Okay. Hello, and welcome back to my live sped chat. So today you're gonna need a pen and some paper to take some notes. We're going to be discussing. We're in testing mode right now, and we're going to be discussing some of the tips that you can use to help your student to get prepared for testing. Now, a lot of times I know we don't like to hear about testing, but testing is just a part of reality. It's just a part of the education, educating our students. Whether it's state testing, whatever testing it is just a part of it. So we're just going to talk about a few tips that you can use to help your learner to be successful. All right, so tip number 1. The first thing you want to know as an educator, as a teacher, you want to know what type of test your student is taking, or even as a parent, what kind of test are they taking? Are they taking the regular state assessment, or are they taking an alternative assessment? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, you want to provide your student with 1 or 2 testing strategies, not too many. You want to help them to become proficient in whatever strategy you're using. For example, if you're using the process of elimination, where they are going to eliminate 2 answers that are not possibly the correct answer, and then focus on the other 2 answers that might be the correct answer. You can use that as a strategy. You can use that in multiple choice questions. That is very effective in using that for multiple choice questions. And, like for babies, they use calculators. So for our students, an accommodation that they use is calculators. You want to make sure that you help them to become proficient in using a calculator. Because if you don't know how to use a calculator, that's going to mess you up on a lot of those calculations that, multiplication or whatever calculations that they can do and get those answers correct. So you want to teach them how to use the different functions, how to multiply, how to add, how to divide, how to subtract, those 4 function calculators. You want to help them with that. If it's, high school, middle school, you want to help them with those calculators, help them to become proficient at using those calculators. Okay. And tip number 3, help your student to become familiar with the platform on which they're going to take the test. So there will be whatever they're going to be doing the test on, help them to become proficient in using that platform. For example, with LEAP, there is the DRC platform that is used for LEAP assessment. You want to get them familiar with those tools. You want to get them familiar with using that platform. Tip number 4, you want to practice questions with your student from previous assessments and discuss why each answer is the correct answer or why each answer is not the correct answer. You want to make sure you do that. You want to go through actual sessions with the students. So you might want to pick maybe a session 1, session 2, whatever session you're choosing. You might want to go ahead and choose that and do an actual test on the actual platform to get the student more comfortable with taking assessments. All right. Another tip, encourage students to do their best and not to look at the test as a pass or fail. Because a lot of times that causes anxiety, test anxiety. When the student is looking like, well, am I gonna pass it or am I gonna fail it? You wanna let them look at it as a do your best, not as test, I'm gonna pass or I'm gonna fail. All right, you wanna give them those positive affirmation. You wanna tell them, look, you can do it. You're gonna do very well. You wanna give them those positive things. That's half the battle. Giving them that positive so that they can show up and show out. All right. Next tip, you want to call home and give parents a schedule of when the assessments are going to take place, so that they can have their child prepared for testing. And you can always send home maybe 1 or 2 practice tests with the parent or for the parent so that they can practice with the student. Next tip, we want to have a pre-test celebration. Okay, I know a lot of schools are doing that, and that works out very well. Whether you want to do maybe a party, a pizza party, a popcorn party, a whole school celebration to kind of get the students real pumped and ready for testing. Okay, and then you want to encourage students to go to bed early and to eat a healthy breakfast each morning of testing. Okay, and you want to encourage parents to let them cut those games off and get ready, get enough rest so that their brains are ready for the testing. Okay, all right, so if you have any questions that you want to ask me that maybe is not in this live chat, go ahead, put it in the comment section, because I'm going to be posting this video so that everyone who hasn't seen it will be able to see it. Okay, and like I always say, thank you so much for joining me on this sped chat. I will see you next week at the same time at 5. And as we always say in Jamaica, want to take care of yourself. All right, bye.